Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Cindy, a young vagabond from the Hoenn region with pyromaniac tendencies, Gimli, a stocky, burly miner from Sinnoh looking for his lost son, Elodie, an enthusiastic foodie and baker from Kalos, and Schmidt, an enigmatic man from Johto with a duck. My name is Rich, and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. We return to the Quacko Packo on Route 114 at the foot of Meteor Falls. They're at the base of a mountain whose soil and rocks are slightly brightly colored compared to the surrounding scenery. There are sizable craters all over the ascent, all over the landscape. There are Pokemon milling about. There are hikers milling about. It seems like there's a little bit of foot traffic. Can I, just because we haven't checked in a minute, I'd like to check in with the party and like what Pokemon they have following them. And if they are doing anything in particular while they are journeying. If they're like drinking a water, looking at a map. I don't know. Give me some flavor.
I do have my boy Trevor out. That
Okay.
is a default right now.
He's marching
We're
along.
climbing. Yeah, we march well together. Need my boy hiking just in case something's happening. So
Cool.
good old tremor sense.
Nice.
Making sure we're taking swigs. I got gherkins in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Still got the half pound of gherkins. Just chilling.
Yeah. I think we've used 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Is Bean out and about?
Yeah. Bean, I have him marching along too, actually. He's not in my pouch. He's holding his
walking.
bow now that he got it back. Yeah.
Nice.
He's a big, strong lad now. He can march.
Yeah. I rolled a dice. He enjoys it.
Nice.
He is in fact a baby, but like now he feels like a toddler. Like now he's like, I can do things, you know? So
Yeah, he has his Tommy Pickles screwdriver-esque
Yeah.
type of thing going on with a bone club.
exactly.
They gave him back to it after he took the gourd away. So
Yep. That's Bean is doing great. Who's next?
Elodie's probably holding Cabbage now because Cabbage is not the fastest.
Uh-huh.
Cabbage is just chilling. And then probably got Aubergine in the basket. Probably peeking out. Probably got it open right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
For clarity, just to make sure, what species is aubergine?
A purloin.
Correct. A purloin that hatched from the egg, in case anyone forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I think
Oh,
Cabbage being held, Cabbage enjoys this. Cabbage is used to just floating around, but now that she
Right.
has more mass about her, it feels good to be hugged. So she likes being held.
Mm-hmm.
Was she wearing
Probably
sunglasses?
probably just one pair right now.
One pair right now. Understood.
Right.
This is the difference between work and play is the number of sunglasses you wear.
Exactly.
True.
Cindy Schmidt.
Cindy has a Larvastar just vibing in her, halfway hanging out of her bag.
Larvastar is
A Larvesta.
true. Okay.
Still has not been captured yet.
I think that's true for Bean and Aubergine, right?
Bean's been captured.
Oh, just kidding. Correct. So that's also true for Aubergine then.
Yes. Aubergine has not been captured.
Okay. Go on with the Cindy
Probably
description.
should do that soon. I imagine Soli is out. Soli the Ninetales
Mm-hmm.
is out, and everybody else is in their Pokeballs with Jack in the box
Mhm.
and Fang, newly added to the party.
Fang is species is what?
Bagon.
True. One of the newest party members. Very cool. Schmidt, what does your travel
Cool.
session look like?
And bringing up the rear as leaders tend to do. Yeah, Schmidt is just walking around. He's got Quacko with him. Quacko's probably on foot, walking around next to him. Yeah, that's probably the only one who's out. And then Schmidt's probably sipping on some moo milk.
Great. Gotta get that energy for the hike.
Yep.
Last but not least, the party is joined by their favorite additional character, Sam, Simetra. She is being followed by her Weavile, Frostbite, and she is holding in her arms her new friend, Sfeel. The Sfeel is looking at her and the party, and its mouth is just open in a big smile, and its flippers are dangling loosely. Just enjoying the just being around people. It's just never seen these people before. It's just having a great time. You do the hike. I need a constitution check from Elodie.
Epic. A 10.
A 10. Okay. Ellie is beginning to sober up from her experiences with Archie at Mr. Mimosas. She is feeling dehydrated. She probably needs to get some water soon.
Cool.
Everyone else, hiking just fine. Is there anything particular that you want to make checks for on this little walk up the slope, or are you guys just trying to press forward till you get to the top?
I think I'm personally pressing forward for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think press forward.
Okay, great. The party arrives after, we'll say, 45 minutes. They arrive at a little plateau. It's not necessarily the top of Meteor Falls, but it is an area that seems like has a lot of foot traffic. And there is a cart. There's a man and a cart that is standing at like a door-shaped cave entrance. And he sees the group approaching. He hears their footsteps, and he starts waving. The front of the cart is tied to a bull Pokemon that has a big head of curly hair. He's waving at you guys.
Wave back.
Great. As you approach, he gets excited. He says, "Hey, trainers, come here."
We approach.
Right? Okay, sure.
Anyone would not approach?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's involved. Great. You get to his cart, and it's full of like goodies that you would see at a Pokemon mart. He says, "Hi, my name is Wes. I came here from Unova to sell goodies to trainers who need them while they're out on the road. If you're going to Meteor Falls and you aren't stocked up on supplies, you might want to. There's scary, powerful Pokemon in there." And he kind of waves his hand to his cart, and there's lots of like potions and Pokeballs, just your standard mart goods. And his little buffalo that is pulling the cart lets out a little huff. Is anybody interested in making any purchases before they enter this dungeon, so to speak?
Yeah, I would love to know his inventory.
Yeah, it's all the classic fares you see at a Pokemart. You got your potions, you got a few revives, you got all sorts of Pokeballs, and you have some healing items as well, like Awakening and Paralyze Heal and Full Heal and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He has another like specialty section of the cart that he's decorated with like ribbons and lace and stuff. And it seems like they are like souvenirs from a different place. He has a little chest that has ice packs on it. And there's like what looks to be a picture of ice cream. And there's like a little t-shirt that says "Welcome to Unova" on it. Just basically he has a little box of like Unovan souvenirs, essentially.
Yeah, that's a "Welcome to Unova" shirt in the middle of Owen.
Yep.
Honestly, outstanding move.
Yep. You can tell too that his outfit is like not traditionally like Hoenn. It's probably a little too heavy for how warm it is. He's wearing like a black and red flannel shirt. He's got jeans and like kind of cowboyish boots, and he's got kind of ruffled blonde hair. He has a bit of an accent, we'll say.
I would like to purchase 5 Great Balls.
5 Great Balls are yours. As you say that to Wes, he says, "Because I'm traveling and I got to make some sort of a profit, I everything's marked up by 5 Poké-Dollars. That's still okay with you?"
Sure.
Okay, so
I gotta redo my math.
Sorry. You could just add 25 to it.
Okay.
275, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
275 exchanged with Wes, and he gives you 5 Great Balls. He says, "Thanks for your business, partner."
Yeah. Partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schmidt is not enthusiastic, and Wes takes it to heart a little bit because he tries to be peppy as a salesman, but it just didn't work here.
Of course.
So he winces a little, but he keeps his smile.
Does he have anything in the way of jackets?
How about you roll a d20?
Okay. I really want the like Salandit Letterman jacket.
Oh, yeah.
I got a 7.
You got a 7. You described that you're looking for a jacket of some sort, and he says, "Let me see what I got." And he goes to his like Unova section, and he finds like a leather biker jacket that looks about your size. And on the back, there's a picture of a Pokemon that looks like a dessert. It looks like ice cream and has text above and below it that says the Castelia City Cool Guys.
Whoa.
Gang jacket?
Is this a gang jacket?
That's so sick, though.
Wes nods his head and he says, "If by gang you mean motorcycle gang, yes."
That's awesome.
Would you like the ice cream cone Cool Guys jacket?
How much is it?
It will be for you 85 Poké-Dollars.
Yeah, let's do it.
Transaction sold. Cindy gets a biker jacket with a vanillite that says Castelia City Cool Guys. Very cool.
Still a city cool guy.
Good temperature differential with the rest of your outfits. You know, you have all of these fire themes, and now you have a cool theme. It's good.
I just think it's funny because it'll look like Cindy's in a gang when she's like the opposite of that.
Are we not a gang?
I think we're becoming a gang.
Not a biker gang.
I think
then let's get
we're
some
one
bikes.
motorcycle away from like beating up people in an alley.
Maybe you are.
Does this man happen to sell motorcycles?
Oh, I just so happen to have some on the cart.
You can roll a d20.
It's like a build your own motorcycle kit.
I'm doing that. For
Okay,
Sure.
it's gonna be hard.
I got an 11.
Okay. He says, "No, I'm sorry. I don't have anything by the means of vehicles."
Oh,
He
crit.
says,
here's a motorcycle.
for free. No. He says, I have some replacement wheels for my wagon. If you're trying to make something happen, I could part with those.
No, that's okay. Didn't we have a wagon?
You
What
did.
happened to that?
We did have a radio flyer wagon. That was from the cupcakes.
I think you left it at New Mauville.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, you
Did
left
we
it.
bring it to New Mauville? I remember we carried Schmidt with it back to.
We did.
Slaveport?
Slaveport.
Yeah,
do
but
that.
I don't.
I think we left it in Slaveport.
Yeah.
Probably. It was
Something
it was
came
not
up.
mentioned
Was it
then.
when we needed to get across the river with the bridge
No.
broken? No.
No,
'Cause we
it was
did
after that.
Mime Junior bullshit.
I would
Yeah.
imagine the
But
party.
I still don't
yeah.
live down.
Yeah.
I think we did leave it in New Mauville because it was before that we rolled Schmidt there from his concussion with Mime Jr.
His concussion was from Hoopa, though.
Right.
Right, but I think New Mauville stuff happened after Hoopa.
Yes.
It was after Hoopa.
Yes.
Right.
But we never had the cart in New Mauville.
Just because
Maybe
it's
we
funny.
left it on shore.
Just because it's funny, I want to imagine that this wagon discussion is happening out loud between the party, and Wes is just kind of looking at you guys, like waiting for a purchase, and you guys are like, "Where did we leave the wagon?"
We leave that wagon. That was an Hoopa. Like, Hoopa? What are you talking about? No, remember when we were attacked by that 8-foot giant guy in his Agron?
Remember we pretended to be new Team Energy?
Yeah, I think we lost it when we jumped into that portal and like
No. It was when we were fighting the giant cyborg Pokemon, I think.
yeah.
Oh, right.
No, you're right. I think we lost track of that.
Sam's nodding and saying, "Mm-hmm, mm-hmm," and
Yeah, this all happened. This is
and
true.
Wes is like looking concerned. He's like, "Who am I selling to?"
Yeah, 'cause we definitely didn't have it during the volcanic eruption, so we
This
didn't
is
have
true.
it
We
then.
did lose it before
when
then.
when we saved the town from the volcano.
Well, we
Yeah, that
fought
checks
the
out because we
volcano
definitely
and
didn't
won.
have it when we saw the giant obelisk in the middle of the
Desert.
desert. Yeah.
Oh, in the desert, right. Yeah.
Right.
Didn't you throw up or something?
Yeah. It was not
You
great.
did throw up, and then we fought the ninja kids.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they set me on
They kidnapped
fire.
us.
God, yeah, they did it, and not Cindy. Yeah.
This is the flashback montage episode.
this is the recap episode.
Yeah, remember when we did that? And you're just in front of a
Oh
shopkeeper.
my
who's
God.
like,
What? Oh, right, you're
Gonna
still
die
here.
on the mic.
I'll take 3 great balls.
Wes says, "Okay, I'm sorry, I don't have a wagon."
Oh no, that's all right. That's all right.
He
We just
says,
have to figure out where ours is.
"That'll be 165," and he holds out a bag of great balls. His hands are shaking a little bit.
His palms are sweaty. Yeah.
Could I get do you have any water?
He looks at you and he kind of assesses. Well, I'm gonna roll. Yeah, he's like, "Oh shit, she needs water," and he's like, "Yeah, I've got some fresh water here. You can just have a bottle." And he gives you
Oh, thank you so much.
that will be quenchy for you. Good call.
The quenchy is.
Ellie, you want a gherkin? Got these. This will hydrate you up too.
Yeah, sure. I can take a gherkin.
You chomp into the gherkin. It is, again, it's like a weird kind of pickle. It's like a funny stout cucumber. It is so full of water. It's insane. It's like if a gusher, like the candy, was just a vegetable instead, and was full of water. It is more quenching than the straight water is because it has that kind of nice cucumbery flavor. Use code Quacko Packo at Gerber's Gherkins to get 15% off your gherkins. Anyways, we're in front of Wes and his bouffalante, and we're making transactions.
Poor Wes.
Does he have full heals?
He does.
What are the price on those?
It is going to be 30.
Okay. I'll take 5 of those.
You do that. Sorry, they're marked up. Each one is 35 because
Yeah,
he
that's
has the raised standard price.
fine.
How much does that cost you? 35 times 5?
175.
175 Poké Dollars for some full heals. Good call. Anything else?
Could I get one of those ice creams?
He says, absolutely. And he
Yes.
opens up this little chest. And Elodie's familiar with this treat. She knows it's pretty far away from Kalos, across the pond, as they say. But this is a Castelia City Castelia cone. It's not like a fresh, like, what am I thinking? Is it like the Turkish ice cream merchants kind of that just like do the silly tricks and stuff? He's not scooping ice cream, putting it in a cone. It's like in a package. But it's better than like the ones you get at the gas station where you slide open the freezer and you do like the strawberry shortcakes and stuff. It's like
Right.
it's like a luxury version of that. And it says, yeah, Unova, Castelia City, Castelia cone, and it costs you 15.
Nice.
Any other
Yeah.
purchases?
I'm good for sure.
Okay.
I am good.
Cindy,
Okay, I'm good as
Elodie.
well. What's the
I think I'm good.
Pokemon that's on the jacket?
It's a Vanillite. It's like a little
Okay, the little one.
It's the small one, yeah. It's pretty cute. Sam looks over the wares and she's holding her little round friend. And as she approaches the cart, the little round friend begins to clap, as a seal does, and it kind of disturbs Bouffalant, and it huffs. But thankfully, Wes is there to calm it down. And he says, Calfro, that's enough. And Calfro calms down a little bit. And Sam looks at everything. She says, I think I'm good. And she rejoins the party. Wes says, well, thank you all for your business. If you're going to Meteor Falls, I wish you the best of luck. As I said, it's pretty scary in there. I've already seen some trainers go in and come back out. They were too scared. They couldn't handle it.
I think
I
we'll be
don't
all
think
right.
it's possible for us.
For everything
being
we've been
scared.
through, I think we can handle it since he heard most of everything we went through.
Yeah, Wes nods his head. He's like, I bet you trainers could handle it. Best of luck to you. And he gives you a little salute. Do you enter Meteor Falls?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You do that. Welcome. You are in a surprisingly vast and complex and surprisingly vertical cave system. As you walk out, to your left, you see a 3-tiered river. Waterfalls from about 60 feet above you started off on a higher floor of the cave, and it winds down, and there's a bridge that leads to your left to access a different part of the land, and the water crashes with another waterfall below that, another 40 feet down. This is probably a 150-foot tall cave. You might be wondering, well, isn't it dark? Can we see anything? And the answer is yes. There are impressive round holes in the ceiling of Meteor Falls. They're very far up, but it is apparent that this is a common place for meteors to fall from the sky and crash down into this mountain. You can see all around you there are little craters. Some of them seem kind of fresh, some of them seem very old, and they're dusty, and they're like the same color as the rock around you. Again, this rock is like a strangely brighter color. It makes you wonder if this rock is even a type of rock that is native to Hoenn in the first place. Interesting. You can hear the sounds of Pokemon all around you. There is squealing of bats. You can hear roars of monsters that echo from deep inside. There are a couple trainers milling about. They're sitting on the other side of the bridge, looking at the water on the shore. But you have a feeling that this place is potentially dangerous and potentially lively. You also have the feeling that there's a couple branching paths you can go down. Here we are in Meteor Falls. It seems like this is not the deepest part of the cave. It seems like people might travel this for exercise or to access like the other side of the mountain, perhaps. But this is what you see.
All right. How do we proceed, gang?
Sam says, well, we are looking for something, right? People live in this cave? Doesn't look like anyone's living around here.
Mm.
Maybe they're further in.
Yeah, maybe it's further up.
We came in Route 114, right?
Yeah.
And good adventures go left.
But there's no left?
And then we
There's
also made the
a
point
bridge.
of
The bridge.
Sam, this is your side quest
Oh.
anyways, correct?
Right.
Where do you vote we should go?
Sam laughs and scratches her head and she says, side quest? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but yes, I was curious about this. She says, well, I know over there, and she points directly to the southeast. She says, I know that that's a path that leads to Rustboro, so if we're going to go deeper into this cave, I don't think we go that way. She says, I think it makes the most sense for us to either go north or follow the water. I'm not really sure where the Draconids live, so I suppose we either gotta just trek it out ourselves or maybe ask around.
Okay.
Who
Are
can
there
we
people
ask?
in which to ask?
Yes, coincidentally on the map I gave you, there's a couple trainers that are just hanging out.
Okay.
They're sitting down and they're just looking at the water, and they have some Pokemon with them. They have a serpent Pokemon that is purple, and they also have a strange-looking yellow Pokemon that has a really long snout. Just two masculine figures.
And we're looking for. What are we looking for?
What are you looking for?
People.
Yeah,
People.
Sam, if you ask the party in general, she will say, this Millennium Festival takes place at Draconid Village, which is inside Meteor Falls somewhere, but they're historically in Hoenn, they keep to themselves and they try to keep outsiders out, but they're inviting people in this year, so we're going to go check it out.
We could ask the trainers. Maybe they know.
Let's do that.
Cool. You approach them, and they're just kind of sitting on the ledge. They're just throwing pebbles into the water, and they're having a chat amongst themselves. What do you do?
Who wants to approach them?
Hi.
Yeah, there we go.
Cindy says hi, and they turn around and they say, oh, hi. How's it going? What are you trainers up to?
They were looking for the Draconid village.
These two trainers and their Pokemon seem to laugh at you. They say, for one, there's no way you can get that deep in this cave. Two, have you heard about the monsters that are here? They'll eat you alive. The other person says, yeah, I heard a story about a big pink Pokemon with a giant mouth, and it screamed so loud my friend went deaf. And the other guy says, that guy wasn't your friend. That was just some stranger. He says, all strangers are my friends, and I'm scared of big, scary Pokemon with big mouths. And they're just kind of bantering and bickering. The first guy who spoke up said, I heard a rumor that you gotta follow the stream backwards. You gotta be like a basculin and swim upstream.
Oh, okay.
So follow the path. Yeah, that gets us upstream. Also, we've almost died like 4 times in the past 2 weeks, so I don't think the giant monsters are really concerning.
The trainers laugh at
I
you.
think we are bigger, scarier monsters than they are.
The trainers laugh again. They just don't believe you. They're not convinced. The guy with the funny-looking yellow Pokemon with a long nose says, hey, while you're here, you want to buy some gems? And he holds out his jacket like a street vendor, and he's got a bunch of little like gems that are like laced onto his jacket, and he wants to sell them to you.
I'm already turned off from buying anything from him. Then he came to me like some weird flashy street vendor.
We have gems.
Yeah, we have gems we need to sell. Are they interested in buying gems?
The man says, why would I be buying gems? No, I need you to buy my gems. And his little yellow Pokemon turns to you and wiggles his fingers in a very suspicious way. And he's like gyrating back and forth with his wiggly fingers, and his snout is bouncing around, and it's a very disturbing image.
Oh,
Drowsy.
just figured out what that Pokemon is. Yeah.
I don't like that. No. I don't trust your gems.
The guy says, well, teach their own. Good luck in the Meteor Falls. And he kind of turns around and throws a rock in the pond.
Are you just throwing rocks in the river for fun? Like,
He
you
says,
gotta skip them.
we're waiting it out. We're figuring some trainers are going to come along and beat those monsters, so we're just going to wait for them. And then we're going to run inside, and then we're going to see if the Draconids want to buy any of our gems.
Great
That's
game
your
plan
big,
there,
your
bud.
big play.
That's
The
pussy
long
talk.
con.
He nods his head. He says, yep, that's the big plan. And then the other guy with the snake Pokemon says, I bet the people that live here never ever seen gems like these before.
Okay, well,
Alright,
we're gonna
okay,
go
well-
beat the big bad monsters. Woo!
Yeah.
Later, nerds. We're not going to help you.
We're
Again.
gonna purposely go around the monsters, so you still have to fight them. Bye!
They say, whatever, losers. Get me... What's our marching order?
I think it would be it was Gimli in the front and Schmidt in the back for sure. I don't know where everyone else falls
Classic.
in place there, but
Quacko
Okay.
Packo.
I imagine
The
that as
Quacko
we're
Packo
walking,
formation.
like, Cindy's, like, sticking her tongue out, like, at them as, she's being pushed by whoever's behind her to keep walking.
Okay, perfect. I want a perception from Cindy.
Okay. That's a 4.
It's a 4. Okay, cool. Cindy doesn't notice a thing.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm assuming that we're walking past them and maybe heading upstream, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
ideally, yeah.
We will say for this part of the journey, No surprises. Again, it's pretty well lit. There is sunlight filtering through the roof. It's probably, the sun is setting, right? So it's probably like close to like 5 p.m. currently, and it's casting a nice yellow tinge on the eastern side of the cave because the sun sets in the west. I had to remember that. It is very nice. You march forwards, and then you get to the point where you're pretty close to the waterfall. There is a cave entrance that you climb around to get to, or you can ascend the wall and go up to where the water is falling from. I'm assuming you want to enter one of these two ways, perhaps, but maybe you have a different plan. What's your plan?
If only we
think would
had
be easier
somebody
for
who could
everybody?
fly us to the top of the waterfall.
We also
make
have
no
water
promises.
Pokemon.
I make no promises.
You can just leave us stranded. It's fine.
I'm just thinking how many Pokemon I have that can carry a person.
Well, because I do well on rough terrain, because I have bonuses for that. At least no penalties from rough terrain. Cindy does great on any sort of survival check, which would be involving probably climbing and doing that kind of stuff. So
That'd be
That is
athletics.
survivable. That is
And I
survivability.
have
I think that's athletics. I
3
think that's athletics.
Pokemon that can carry people.
Yeah.
So me, Sam, and Elodie, I think I could take care of.
Okay, so like take the climbing path and then like the three of us will fly up, or
Yeah.
actually, Cindy's probably pretty bad at athletics. That's true.
She's a
Do you have
child, she'll
athletics
be fine.
bonus?
Athletics is +1, but if the advantage does kick in for survivability, I mean, advantage is advantage.
How high is it? Like that we would have to climb?
45 to 65 feet.
How far do you think?
I'll just say 50. I'll just say 50. There's no point in making a range.
How far do you think Lasagna's like psychic power range would be?
You've never tested it, have you?
No. Oh wow, that's so funny. So Lasagna actually doesn't even need to do that because Lasagna can just climb at up to 90 degrees at 10 feet per move.
That is a Crustle feature. That is correct.
Yeah, that is a Crustle feature, and I think Crustle's pretty big now. It would require probably a strength athletics check, but his athletics is +7, so it's pretty good. Yeah, I can probably climb myself and then do Cindy get carried by Lasagna up the wall side
I feel like
pretty easily.
I feel like dealing with climbing walls and like hard terrain is something that usually happens in like the second session for D&D campaigns. So I'm glad we're here at like session 45 or whatever, being like, yeah, tough wall to climb. How are we gonna do it?
Yeah, oh no.
I feel like Cindy would want to try to climb it herself first before
Okay,
accepting.
I'll bring Lasagna out as sort of like an anchor.
Okay.
To be able to catch anybody from falling while
Yeah.
they just go up, because they could just do it, so they don't need to like check to climb those things because they're not going anywhere ridiculous. So,
Sure. Yeah, like a psychic netting. I like that.
yeah.
Cindy, go for it. Give me athletics. See if you can just climb the rock wall.
With the survivability.
It's not really survival.
Yeah, it's not really survival.
Okay.
If like I would consider hiking, but I think scaling a wall is like different.
Yeah, that's just athletics. I mean, I have to roll for
Well,
it
it's
too.
a 16,
It's
so...
a 16.
The survival roll would be how much damage you take after you fall.
Yeah,
I guess,
it'd
yeah.
be mitigating your fall for sure. Yeah, Cindy does pretty well. Cindy climbs adjacent to the waterfall, just to the left side of it. She's climbing, she's getting her feet in the right little holes. Very impressive. Soli watches from below, and she gets about 2/3 of the way up, and her arms are kind of tired. She's not in danger of falling, but she like needs to kind of chill for a second. So she's just hanging on, as a rock climber does.
I got a 17 on Gimli, so
17 on Gimli. I think Gimli is able to scale it and can reach out a hand and help Cindy get further to the top. And we'll say that you two, with your teamwork, have scaled the 50-foot waterfall wall.
nice.
Oh no, Soli's at the bottom. Can I return Soli from the top of the waterfall?
Yes. Yeah, you can just
To
do
bring
it.
her up.
Usually from
Okay.
that range, it requires a dex check because Soli's not moving and wants to be returned. I think that's fine.
Okay. What check am I needing to make?
Up to you. Do you want to go via water? Do you want to climb? Do you have some other method? You gonna
I'm yoinking my friends with my birds.
Okay. Which bird? Parentheses S.
Patricia, Meryl, Cheap, and Skarmory.
Okay. Yeah, they could all probably carry one creature. Altaria could carry probably multiple, but the rest can probably carry one. So by your friends, like there's you, and then you're gonna say Elodie and Sam as well.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Based on that load, I'm gonna say you do that. I don't think that there's any particular challenge to it. You just fly up.
Cool.
Kind of funny that two of your party members put in some effort, put in some sweat to climb it, and then Schmidt's just like yoink, just goes up to the top. Good stuff. Cool. You find yourselves at the top of where the waterfall is rushing down, and you see more of the river, and the cave continues onwards to the north. It is increasingly dark. There's still holes in the ceiling, but the combination of night beginning to fall and there just being less holes, you don't have great visibility. You can see probably roughly 30 feet in front of you, and then it gets pretty dark. There is land where you are on the left side of the river, and then there's also land clearly on the right side of the river. I'm going to have Cindy give me a perception check.
Okay. Another 4.
Another 4. Cindy is not very perceptive. Cindy.
However, since it's getting dark, I do want to let Cookie out because Cookie emits some light. That'll help us just see a little bit better.
I love that. That's great. That's awesome. You send out Cookie. Immediately after you do, there's kind of a warm glow that extends your vision radius to be almost normal. Still about 50 feet out. It gets kind of dim. It's hard to see, but it's a little bit better. Once Cookie comes out, 5 or 6 fluttering, screaming bats fly overhead and fly past you. But it is a little spooky, a little disorienting. It seems like the glow of Cookie attracted them or something. Who knows? Also, as Cookie comes out, she illuminates to your left the stone wall. And there you can see strange markings that are engraved in the wall.
Strange marking?
Can we read it?
You can see if it's readable. You can do an analysis.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, an analysis check.
Yes. This is investigation.
Analysis.
This is
Investigation.
Yes. Since
Is there any way I could finagle my
8.
proficiency in history?
Maybe. Sure. Roll investigation and then just add your history bonus. Why not? Sure.
Okay. Oh, well, the roll is a 2 on the dice. So I
Okay.
don't think
It
it
doesn't. Yeah. There are. I'll give you something. So the left wall, the one that you can see, is covered probably like 30 feet high in like intricate engravings. It's either a darker stone or a black paint. You haven't rolled well enough to know for sure. Are drawing designs. You don't think it's text. There's just lots and lots of shapes. The most common shapes tend to be circles that have lines pointing out from them and then connect to other circles. That seems to be like the trend. That's a little design pattern that seems favorable here. You would assume that these are not made by a Pokemon, but they could be. Seems like an artistic vision of a person, but who knows?
Good for them.
Yeah. March forward into the cave.
Sam, does this mean anything to you? Points at the wall.
Doesn't mean anything to Sam. She's going to look at it. She rolled pretty okay. She said, yeah, you see this quite a bit in textbooks about the history of the Hoenn region. This is an artistic style from a very old period, I want to say a few thousand years ago. I would imagine that the ancient Draconids put these inscriptions here, and they might mean something, they might represent something, but as far as what that is, I don't know.
Word.
Again, there's a variety of geometric shapes, and they're all kind of connected by straight lines, but predominantly circles. They seem to like circles. Continuing into the cave.
Following the river.
Following the river. You do that. It is easier potentially to follow the sound than it is the vision, because as Cookie's glow is very helpful, less and less holes in the ceiling appear, and it gets dark, and it's kind of got that dank kind of smell. And again, you can hear roars of Pokemon from deep within. Identifying them might be a different challenge, but it is getting gradually spookier and spookier. As you travel along, the drawings on the left wall become more ornate, and the path that you were walking seems far less traveled and somewhat rocky. Elodie, give me a dexterity check.
Got you. I got a 7.
A 7. Elodie trips, and it hurts. It doesn't feel like she kicked a regular rock. She kicked like a heavy-ass rock. She turns around to see what she tripped on, and the party all sees a little guy. He's just a little guy. There's a little guy. There's a little
guy.
Metallic looking guy. He's on all fours. He looks like he's made of metal, and he's got little holes in his metal, and he's got big beady eyes, and he looks at Elodie, and he looks like he might cry.
Oh,
It's okay, little guy. I'm okay.
Give me a charisma check.
Okay.
You're good at that. You should be good at that.
I got a 7.
You got a 7. The little guy looks right in Elodie's eyes as she's trying to console him, and he begins to cry. Tears start flowing out, and he opens his mouth, and he goes... It's like really loud and kind of piercing. It sounds kind of shrieking, actually. Like it's like it sounds like feedback from a microphone almost. Kind of hurts your ears. I need con checks from all the people protecting against a metal sound.
I'm on fire today, baby. I got a 4.
14.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
12.
Okay. So only Elodie experiences deafness. Elodie cannot hear. For how long? We will find out. I think it makes sense because she's right next to this, but her ears are just ringing. Those of you who can hear, and Elodie on the ground because her hands are there, the ground begins to tremble just a little bit at first, and then in a regular pace, boom, 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 louder and louder. Something is quickly approaching your destination. It'll be here in a matter of seconds. Does the party do anything about it?
Okay. This is Mama Bear, we're assuming.
Yeah, probably.
What was the baby?
I'm
Aaron.
guessing Aaron.
That was my guess. Yeah. Okay. So big baby.
The big
We've already
baby.
dealt with one of these before.
Yeah, we've dealt with one of these before.
Did you defeat it?
No, we ran away.
We did not do well at all.
Well, you know
not
what?
a favorable matchup for me.
You know what? I didn't deal with it before.
It's fair.
True.
Yeah, you know what? We didn't have Schmidt. And Schmidt can easily single-handedly handle it.
For sure. There will be no issues.
Is it
Let
steel
you do
type?
that.
No, we stand our ground. If it starts
Steel
attacking, we
Steel
start swinging,
weak
but
to
I say
fire?
no. It's going to be
no.
neutral. Normally it is because it's rock.
Yeah.
So it's steel and
It's
rock.
Steel rock.
Okay, so the party all agrees to prepare themselves and stand their ground?
Yep.
Yes.
Great. Charging forwards. Sorry, what'd you say?
I was going to say I'm going to preemptively get Jessica out.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, just Jessica hits the field.
Yeah, I'll have Trevor and Lebowski out, ready to go.
Okay, you do that.
I will also preemptively swap cabbage for grape juice.
Okay. You did not hear the footsteps, but you felt them because you were on the ground. You do that.
Cookie is out.
You get your parties all assembled. Is Sully still out? No, she went to her ball, right?
Yeah, Sully's returned. Cookie's out, and Larva Star's in my backpack.
Sam kind of nudges Frostbite forward. Frostbite seems like fake confidence, and she covers her little round Spheel's eyes, and she kind of steps back. The booming gets louder, and you all tremble as you are in fact greeted by what you can assume is Mama Agron, standing at just about 20 feet tall, looking down at you. She leans forwards directly above Elodie's head and roars. And if Elodie wasn't already deaf, she's definitely deaf now. And she takes a step backwards, and she swings her body, and she prepares to swing her tail. Roll initiative if you're fighting.
Alrighty. Bump, 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 bump.
The modifier for initiative?
It's your Dex mod. Dex.
Okay.
Who's higher Dex between Elodie and Cindy?
Mine is +1.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's higher.
Nice and clustered. I like that. Look at you guys.
Wow.
Sam gets 13.
Sam, what the heck?
And
Why'd you mess it up?
the hostile creatures, I won't call them baddies, they do get 19. That is unlucky for you guys. That's pretty bad. Mama Agron swings her iron tail at anyone within 20 feet of her. And if she's right on Elodie, I'm going to say that's the whole party. You don't have a map,
all right,
but I want everyone to make a dexterity check for the incoming iron tail. I will just preemptively say it is DC 13.
Nat 20, baby.
Excellent.
I
So
made it
Cindy
12.
takes no damage at all from it.
Oh, this is not it is a save, but this is a melee attack. It's just hitting multiple people. So if you pass, you will not take damage.
Oh, okay.
I did not pass.
Okay.
Is this Pokemon 2 or just people? It wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, it should be everything.
Right.
Need to roll for
I passed on all of them, and Trevor crit.
Nice.
Oh no, Cookie got what's it? Is it Dex or Con?
It's Dex.
Cookie did not pass.
Okay.
I also failed.
Okay. Great. Because we have so many crits, I would like to extend it to any person or Pokemon who crit. They are welcome to acrobatically jump onto the tail and hold on to it. Just want to throw that out there.
All Lebowski's. Oh wait, Lebowski didn't crit. But Trevor did.
And you'll
Can
do
Trevor
it.
hold on to that Aggron tail?
Yes, we will say that using some power of mass or magnetism or something, Trevor is going to be able to do it. We will not question it. And Cindy wants to do it too.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Full yeet.
Cindy's gonna be on there.
Great. So, anyone who passed takes no damage. Any Pokemon who failed is taking 26 steel type damage. Any person who failed is taking 13 damage, and they are being knocked back to the edge of like where the waterfall is. You're not going to fall off the cliff at this point, but you are being knocked back. I'm not going to knock you prone, but you are going to go flying.
Cookie's resistant to steel.
Correct.
What is the damage?
Just have it. So make it 13.
Bad at math.
What was the damage again for Pokemon?
26.
Yikes.
She's angry.
She seems upset. Yeah,
We made her baby cry.
Mm-hmm.
we did do that.
Yeah, Elodie did a very.
We
good job
didn't
at
do
I'm
anything.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, now Cindy's on the tail. This is going to be so good.
Cindy and Trevor hold on to Mama Aggron's tail and spin around, and it seems like she doesn't notice that they're there.
Perfect.
This big rock and metal dinosaur, after swinging her tail, stands in front of her little baby boy and stomps and roars yet again. She's very big. Again, if any listener needs assistance in picturing, she is basically just a T-Rex with a tail that drags, and she's wearing metal armor, and she's made of rock. Very intimidating, imposing. Again, the party has dealt with one before, but not a wild one. Whether that's better or worse, they'll have to find out. Is maternal rage enough to cause some serious damage? We'll find out. It is still the hostiles' turns because Mama went, but Baby didn't. Baby is going to look at the 30 feet away where people are knocked over, and it's going to look at Cookie. It's going to fire off a little mud slap. Shooting off a mud slap at Cookie. Gets a 5, does not hit. Cookie dodges it, or just it's more likely that Baby's aim is pretty bad. So just a little pile of mud lands near Cookie. It is now Sam's turn. Sam got walloped by the tail, as did little baby Sfeel. Sfeel's doing okay, and if anything, Sfeel looks kind of mad. Sfeel looks kind of enraged. Sam looks down and she says, "Crusher, you ready to do this?" And Sfeel claps its little flippers and hops onto the ground, and it looks freaking determined. Like, this thing was so cute before, and it looks like angry as heck. Sam says, "Well, I'm not sure about battling, but I'm good with ice types, so use Ice Ball." And Crusher fires off a little ball from its mouth, a tiny one at first. It will see if it can connect with Big Mama Aggron. I don't know why I gave an NPC such a complicated move, but I think it's fine. It's like Sfeel's signature move. First, we just rolled a hit. We roll a 3. That is so sad. Okay. Crusher hits the field for the first time, the field of battle, fires off a little icicle ball from its mouth. It flies through the air, impacts into Mama Aggron's chest, and just splits, and nothing happens. And Sam says, "You did your best. We'll get him next time." And Sfeel claps. It is now Schmidt's turn.
Alrighty. We're going to start this off with a good old strong revelation dance into Mama. Crit.
Nice. Huge.
Oh god.
So remember, as always, get your super effective base damage. So double your dice, and then whatever that maximum is how you start. And then you roll normal super effective damage. This is going to be a lot.
46 ground type damage.
Excellent. That's a very good hit, especially on a Pokemon that seems like it's very hard to hit. Jessica does a little bit of her classic breakdancing moves, and pillars of earth climb out of the ground one by one, ascending, boom, 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 and then right underneath Mama Aggron. Mama Aggron gets launched into the ceiling and the horns on her metallic helmet pierces 2 holes through the roof, and light from the night sky begins filtering through. She falls back to the ground, and there's a bit of a tremor. Very impactful attack. She rights herself back up, and she's ready to take the next hit. Very good, Schmidt. Anything else for you, because you're using 1 Pokemon?
I have 2, actually. Quacko is out.
Great. It's like a double battle. You can definitely give a command. You're fine. It only gets weird if Schmidt also wants to do something. So as long as you're just giving commands, you can use another Pokemon.
And that's fine. And I'm not even doing too much. It's just a knockoff.
Yes. That's a roll to hit?
Yep. Whatever it was, I didn't make it.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. 13 doesn't meet the arm class, right?
Unfortunately, it does not. Quacko charges forward, inspired by Jessica's attack, and swings his leek in a sinister fashion, and Mama Agron seems entirely unaffected. It just glances off. A little ting sound comes off of her metal plate, and Quacko backs up. I believe that will be it from Schmidt, unless Schmidt wants to do a flavor thing.
That is it.
Okay. Gimli, you're up. Trevor is on Mama Agron.
I don't know what I can do with that, because I do want to use Mud Slap, but I'm wondering if I can do it in a weird way based on my position. Well, actually, that might draw the attention of her, because I can't Mud Slap her right in the face, but I can draw attention to her tail, which I don't know if I want to do because Cindy's there. That's a little concerning.
We don't do a whole lot of combat in this campaign. I will say, at this current state, for Trevor and for Cindy, Agron is flanked. Use that knowledge how you will.
That just gives me like advantage, right, to hit?
Correct, on melee attacks.
Gimli, I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Little risky. But if Schmidt is attacking someone that's flanked, it's a guaranteed crit. So maybe you could redirect aggro.
That's what I was thinking of doing, and I was going to do something annoying and buff myself with Iron Defense, so then attention's drawn to me. Because I can give myself 6 AC and resistance to all damage, except unless it's super effective, it goes to neutral.
Wait, since we were flanking, wouldn't Schmidt's attacks have already been?
No,
crit?
we're flanking.
Schmidt has to be cranking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cranking.
Yeah, we're flanking.
No, yes, correct. If their back is turned, you are flanking. You are at their back, so therefore you are flanking them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Redirect attention, so Schmidt will be.
But
at
Cindy's
the back next
attached
turn.
there too.
Yeah. I have a feeling Cindy's going to do something to draw aggro anyways.
That's a fair point.
That's fair.
I
think I might make Trevor into a wall for Cindy to be behind or near, and while Cindy draws aggro, because I think that makes more sense. I'm a little concerned if that's going to work, but so yeah, I think Trevor's going to hang on to the tail, try to make sure it's near Cindy to help protect her, and then Iron Defense staying on the back of the tail. So that just happens. So
Yeah,
plus
Iron
6
Defense-
AC, resistance to damage. Yeah.
Iron Defense happens. Boldor tightens his rocky carapace, and he prepares to do something else. What is it?
Well, that's his actual.
Oh, just kidding. I got too excited.
Yeah,
it's
not a bonus action.
It's an action.
Yeah, that is just an action. It's not hardened.
Trevor Iron Defenses and prepares for the next opportunity he has in battle.
Yeah. I can also harden, so I will do that as well.
Plus 6 AC is actually kind of busted on top of harden. Yeah, you don't get to attack. Okay, I'm glad I did that. So that's plus 8 AC total?
No, harden does not give AC.
Oh my
Harden
gosh.
reduces damage taken.
I'm so dumb. Okay, yes. Moral of the story, Trevor becomes very firm. Trevor is like impenetrable. Gimli's able to give this command and it doesn't distract Mama Agron. She doesn't understand English common. So Trevor does so.
And then we have Lebowski out. Lebowski's going to start setting up. He's going to rock polish.
Ooh, love it. Excellent.
So rock polish, yep. It's a additional 2 AC and additional speed. So he is a zoomy boy for the next 2 turns.
Excellent. Yeah. Everyone witnesses as Lebowski, the Alolan Geodude, hasn't seen combat in a hot minute, sharpens the stones on his body. It seems like he can move more nimbly, and it seems like he may be harder to hit. And I believe that's it for Gimli, unless you want flavor.
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Elodie, you're up.
Let's go. Okay. Elodie is going to yell probably way too loud because she's deaf right now. for grape juice to go for a mud bomb
Excellent.
onto the Aggron.
Let's see it.
I have rolled a 15.
15 total.
Yes.
15 does not break the armor class of Mama Aggron.
Dang.
Grape juice fires off a bomb of mud, summons it with its hands, kind of like a Hadoken, shoots it out, impacts with Mama Aggron's armor to no effect.
We're gonna have grape juice now do a little screech in an act of Elodie's party time to give Jessica some senspiration.
Can we just review party time for the listeners?
Yes. So I can give any Pokemon in the party a D8 to use whenever they should please. And I have 4 uses of that per long rest. So I have to get rid of one of them.
And you're giving it to Jessica, and did you say it was explicitly scent based?
Oh, I just because it's called Senspiration.
Oh, okay. Who was doing
I don't necessarily know how grape juice could make something scent based.
True.
I was gonna say like she probably just like screeches like a victory, not a victory screech, probably like a rage screech.
Yeah.
Like the
breath.
battle.
Yeah.
Bad breath.
Combination, because it's a bit of a roar, right? Yeah. An inspiring shout and a bit of stinky breath inspires Jessica. Very cool.
Elodie is probably trying to gain her bearings and get up since she has just been yeeted.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah.
She got screeched at, still can't hear, her ears are ringing, and then she got yeeted by an iron tail. Very not fun. Okay. Cindy.
So, the first thing I was thinking is like, yeah, I'll have Cookie do Dragon Breath. I'm not going to do that because I am on Aggron, and I would also be hit by my own attack if I did that.
Mm-hmm.
It's also resistant.
Yeah, Aggron also resists Dragon Breath. As you did learn previously, that Steel resists Dragon, which we
That's
talked
also
about before.
Rock.
Yeah, well, Rock doesn't change
Rock is neutral to Dragon,
Okay.
so it would still be resisted.
All right, anyway,
Yeah,
Cindy's
character
going to
with her.
focus all of her energy on discreetly climbing Aggron's back to try to get like up by her shoulders.
Yeah. That's going to require 2 checks. Or, well, okay, here's the thing.
That's my whole turn. Like, my whole turn is doing that. I'm not going to have Cookie do anything.
I
so.
think...
Okay, that kind of ruins our plan.
Yeah, that does completely defeat the purpose of what I just did.
I told you what my plan. Like, my plan is to ride this thing like an elephant. I told you that.
You guys have no idea what's going to happen, so let's see if she even does it. Because this, I would make it require 2 rules, but because you're doing stealth and movement can be dexterity based, just do a dexterity check with differing degrees of succeeding or failing based on your roll.
It's a nat 1.
Oh God. Yeah. Cindy moves up, attempts to like climb up the body of Mama Aggron, and slips and falls. This does directly draw Mama Aggron's attention. Cindy is prone. Aggron turns around, and Cindy is Aggron's next target. Speaking of, it's Aggron's turn. So
Well, it's nice knowing everybody.
let's see how that goes.
Goodbye, Cindy.
This is exactly what we wanted. This is fine.
This is the plan.
Let's hope this goes lucky. Mama Aggron looks down at Cindy and charges her spiky head forward into the ground, into Cindy's fragile, skinny body. Can Cindy dodge it? The answer is no. It's not a critical hit, but let's see exactly how she gets hurt. Little spooky. Cindy takes 30 points of damage as Aggron's spikes do not pierce her body, but her chest gets pummeled, and she feels a bit of snapping. She's not doing great.
Cindy's got 2 HP left, guys.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Oh no.
Just actions without realizing consequences. That's what we're doing here.
Sure.
Yeah, you are a
You
child
lit me
trying
on
to grind.
fire. I do not care.
Baby Aaron has a turn as well. Is going to shoot off a mud slap at Grape Juice. Ooh, they actually hit this time. Nice. So Grape Juice is going to take a grand total of 6 points of ground type damage and has a -1 on its next attack it tries to do. If it's based on a save, then the target will have a +1. That is the hostile creature's turn. It's now Sam's turn. Mama Agron's back is turned to the majority of the players, which in general is kind of a good thing. If it wasn't that Cindy is close to death, it would be kind of nice. Sam says, Crusher, now's your chance. Give him a water gun. And Crusher shoots out a blast of water in attempts to hit Mama Agron and succeeds. Some super effective damage coming in. Don't forget you have advantage. Yeah, a total of 20 points of water type damage. Not bad at all. This is not sway Mama Agron. This is not a lot of damage for her, but it's nice. Nice to get that added up. Schmidt, you're up.
Guaranteed crit. Revelation Dance, let's go.
It's true. Can we discuss? Can you just read that passive for the listeners in case they don't know about it?
Yes. Trainer Path level 2. It's Schmidt time. Attacks made with advantage by Schmidt on his Pokemon level 3 or higher always crit. This includes sneak attacks and flanking.
Correct. Awesome. Glad we get to see in action. Give us another crit Revelation Dance.
Yeah. 44.
Excellent. No, more?
Yes, 44.
That sounds about right because your last one's 46. Yep. So that's very, very good. Once again, Jessica, seeing how actually dangerous the situation is, does a little breakdance, summons not stone, but like ground pillars out of the ground, like an earthbender, smashes them into Agron. And let's just say for flavor, it's a little bit different this time. 3 of them, 1 directly below her and 2 to the left and right, smash into her all at the same time. You can see chunks of her armor plating falling off and crashing onto the ground. Very nicely done. What else is Schmidt doing?
Knock off, because I think that's the only non-resisted move Quacko has. Let's roll for it.
This is with advantage or auto crit. It's auto crit.
Oh, auto crit, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's auto.
Oh, sick. I don't need to roll for it. Okay. Yep. So let's just roll damage. Agron would not be holding any particular item, would they?
We'll find out, but no.
Okay.
The answer is no.
Okay.
Because you need that for damage, I realize. I was going to say we'll wait, but you need it for damage. So
+4. That would be 17.
Ooh, a big hit.
Wait. No, I get the max damage plus
the regular roll. It's not super effective, though. It's just neutral. What's your formula for knockoff?
Okay, formula for knockoff is 2d8 plus 4.
Okay, so that's 22, correct? At max. No, that's 20. That's 20. I'm dumb.
Yeah, so 20 plus 13.
Yes, that's your damage. Mama Agron kind of winces. You can see her body kind of tremble a little bit. She rights herself back up, and she's still looking at Cindy, but she's kind of running low on energy. You can see as Baby Aron charges to her feet. Anything else for Schmidt's turn?
Nope.
Okay.
Just gonna hide my head in shame because I can't math.
You're fine. I don't think Schmidt would. You can, but Schmidt wouldn't know that math is a problem. Gimli.
Well, since my plan to protect Sydney failed because she was too yeet, let's see. How can we approach this? It's too bad I don't have lasagna out because that would be important here. I had an idea, but I think it would take me too long to do. Mostly because if I bring lasagna out, I can't do an action right away, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that is... If you bring lasagna out, you can only do one other action. Because bringing them on out is a trainer action. So from there, one Pokemon could do a thing if you send a Pokemon out.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Pokemon that you switch out needs to wait to take an action. They can have a bonus action. But I think you can only give a command to one that is already out.
Yeah, it's not worth doing then. Okay. I'll save that move for later.
Okay.
That maneuver that I'm thinking of doing. I gotta draw attention, but I can't do it because Iron Defense is now down. Because Iron Defense is just for the turn. So I can't think of a way that would draw their attention as a bonus action to go back to Iron Defense. Yeah, Trevor could roar to bring attention to the tail.
Yeah, even if you don't have the move, you can if you can flavor your thing into a check of some sort, we can make it work.
Mm-hmm. So this would be considered an action, but can I I know the armor's starting to chip away. Can I use Trevor's strength to just squeeze onto the tail now that I'm gripping it?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
And that's just a regular action. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you have access to that.
Okay. Yeah. Then we'll.
What's the intent here?
We'll
You want to just hold on? Or
I want to draw attention. Yeah, I want to draw attention to him.
Okay, because you're doing it physically, just give me a strength check.
Okay. That is an 19.
Okay, yeah, that is successful. Mama Agron, looking to hopefully exterminate Cindy, changes her mind because there's a creature on her tail that is causing a lot of discomfort. She turns her attention to Trevor.
Okay, I'm going to harden as a bonus action.
Great.
So when that... do I roll the d8 now, actually, on harden?
Sure.
Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I do. So that would be 9 damage reduction if I get hit next turn.
Okay.
And now Lebowski gets to go.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start... we're going to actually do a charge to prime our next big spark hit. And then we'll come up with something from there. So I'm going to charge that, boost my AC by 2, and my next electric attack deals double damage. So we're at 17 AC right now. So we're priming. I don't know if somebody has the strength capabilities to launch my boy, but we're gonna do some. Could look for an electric cannonball combo coming up.
Epic.
I'm good though.
Okay, that's Gimli's turn. Elodie, you're up.
Okay. Elodie is going to try to run over to where Cindy is.
Okay. That should be pretty successful because of what Gimli just did. I still need you to roll advantage dex. Plus advantage dex plus 5. I like it. I want it to potentially fail because it could, but it's very unlikely. Right. So let's get that roll.
Okay. Yeah, I got like a very high number. I don't feel like doing math, but it was above 20.
Yeah, you're absolutely fine. Elodie is able to do that undetected. Well, okay, yeah, fully undetected. I was like, do a roll for Aaron, but no, that you rolled high enough where it shouldn't matter.
Get Cindy and her crushed ribs out of her destroyed spine.
You can that's your movement, so you got more. Are you thinking about it?
What I was planning on doing. Did we ever determine whether potions work on people? Is it like they work, it's just not as effective?
The answer is no. Berries do that. They work, but they're not as effective. However, just a little bit of help from the DM. You definitely have something that is kind of new to you that can help Cindy. This could be a great reveal for it too, because I don't think the players are aware of it. So
I think I know what it is, but it would take me a while to do it because I don't have her out right now.
Oh, I understand.
Okay, I think for now I'm just gonna try and like usher Cindy away from the Agron situation.
Okay.
And actually, yeah, I'll take out Cabbage. And then would I still be able to have grape juice do something?
No, because you moved.
Right. All right, then that'll be it then.
Okay. Cindy, you feel bad. You are close to falling unconscious. Mobility might be kind of hard for you at the moment. What are you doing?
Am I far enough away from Agron to do like a ranged move and me not be hit by it from Cookie?
That is very likely because you are prone. Ranged attacks or attacks based on saves have disadvantage to hit Pokemon that are anything that's prone. And yeah, basically it is unlikely. It's impossible. Cookie is on one side of Agron and you're on the other. So,
and Agron's huge.
Yeah,
great.
It's not gonna happen.
Okay, so it's not resisted, but it's just like damage.
Depends on the type of move you use.
Flame burst.
Yes, that is neutral damage. That's a save.
So,
or is that a roll to hit?
It just says power 15, and then it just says any creature within 5 feet of the targeted location.
Yeah, so power 15 indicates that is the save. That is the check.
Okay. So DC 15 dex.
Okay. Their dex is a number I won't say out loud. They fail. They get a total of a 5.
Is Aaron within that?
Yeah, Aaron is too.
Range as well.
Yeah, let me roll for Aaron. Aaron also fails. They both fail.
Okay, so they take full damage of 2d8 plus 5. 12 plus 5 is 17.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're both taking 17 damage.
Cookie, seeing that her trainer is in serious danger, lets off a very seriously intentioned flame burst. It connects into Mama Agron's metal plating and splashes onto baby Aaron. Mama Agron lets out a distressed roar and closes her eyes and collapses with an immense thud onto the ground. And baby Aaron, as a result of the splash damage, rolls over onto its back and its eyes turn into X's. And you may exit initiative.
My back hurts.
Really? No way.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy that you just make boneheaded moves to give me heart attacks all the time. I'll give Cindy a wall to do something annoying. I know what I'll do that's annoying. Climb the Agron. You almost died.
It could have been sick, but it was a natural
It
one.
could have been so good.
What okay.
Right. My agina.
Even though, depending on how you reach 2 HP, you could like be mobile, I'm going to suggest that at the moment, Cindy cannot get up. She may need some help.
I am not
Abby,
carrying
don't
her.
have the wagon.
I'm gonna have Cabbage use Healing Kiss on her.
Healing Kiss, can we describe
leave
that?
her? Okay.
Whoa!
What's Healing Kiss?
It's like Draining Kiss, but the opposite. Instead of damage rolled, it's restored HP. And
Yes,
it's only half as effective on humans. That's what I was thinking was half as effective on humans.
you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, roll that Healing Kiss.
I rolled 3 4s. That's crazy. 19 halved is
We'll say because it's healing, we'll
9.
round up. We'll make it 10.
round up to
Yeah.
10.
Nice.
You get 10 HP, my friend.
Thank you.
Cabbage leans over Cindy and gives her a smooch on the cheek. There's a little pink glow that comes from the contact of Alcreamy's lips. And Cindy feels her bones kind of like readjusting a little bit. She is very sore, but she can breathe. And she feels like she can probably move, albeit a little bit slower than usual.
And I'm still deaf.
How many rounds was that combat? 3? 4? It's like 3. Regardless, yes, you are still deaf for like 30 seconds.
I'd be chilling.
Yeah. Roll me an insight, Elodie.
Okay. I got a 15.
Okay, that's good enough. Elodie is smart enough to realize that she will not be deaf forever. She will recover.
My God.
She just has to wait a little bit longer. She can sense that her hearing is already starting to come back. So the Quacko Packo stands after a pretty precarious situation with a completely exhausted Agron and her child, just kind of in the cave, just generally in the cave. The party regroups. They all run up to each other. Any courses of action here? Any discussions to be had?
What did we learn?
Cindy,
Not
we learned
to
something,
ride
didn't we?
big scary Pokemon like an elephant.
That's right, kid. Pats on head.
Because not everything you see in the cartoons is real.
Yeah, kiddo, you might have died.
I'm in pain.
Can we, like,
pain
do we
is a
have, like,
lesson learned, child.
do we have a running tally of like how many almost deaths Cindy has caused?
Oh, Cindy's been knocked out
Including
before.
her own. Yeah.
Yeah, Cindy.
This is the second time you almost died to an Agron, let alone just almost died.
It's an Agron.
Oh, true.
But it's just never learns, man. Just keeps doing the stuff.
So has Schmidt been the only collateral from Cindy's antics so far?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
surprisingly,
Okay.
I'm shocked personally that's been the case. I didn't expect me to take too much, but I was surprised that Elodie has been out of the way most of Cindy's crap.
Sam checks in with Cindy. She says, "Are you okay? You took a pretty powerful attack there."
I'm okay. I'll be okay.
She likely has some broken ribs. We'll figure that out.
She's
My torso feels like jelly.
oh god. Sam
Maybe a few of the more broken ribs.
Sam holds out her hand in attempts to like get you up, and she says, "Well, come on, I'll help you up. Do you accept?"
Great. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, she lifts you up and she puts your arm around her shoulder. And Crusher, the Spheal, is now rolling along, and his cheery disposition has returned. But for a moment, he looked like fierce. He looked like
Just rolling
murderous.
along.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
It's
It's the
a great
best. It's the
visual.
best way for him to look a mode. He can't like flop very fast.
Yes, field does roll. that's like normal.
What's the decision for the party at this point?
Press on.
Okay.
The jelly one wants to press on.
Sam looks back, and let's just say the press on was said out loud. She says, "Well, yeah, it might be hard to descend back down to the cave, and who knows how long it'll take for us to get back to town. So if there really is a village of people, that might be our best bet to just find it."
I think so.
She sounds a little discouraged, but a little hopeful. It's gotten increasingly dark. Who hasn't rolled in a while?
Still out.
Cookie's still out. It's helping. Cookie's helping. The left wall that you're walking across, the river to your right continues forwards, and the wall to your left has roll me an investigation. Who hasn't rolled? Gimli. Why not?
Sure. Investigation. You know what's so funny? How consistently we're rolling 4s on these, because that's what I got.
A 4.
So
Gimli notices the murals are still continuing. They still span the whole wall, but as far as discerning if there's any particular shapes or lettering or anything, he has no idea. We press onwards, hoping that there is not any, or hopefully less, danger ahead. After the Quacko Packo gathers their senses, Elodie regains her hearing, Cindy surviving, they press forwards deeper into Meteor Falls, following the river to hopefully some sort of respite. Thank you, as always, for listening to Dunsparce and Drampa. Be sure to check out all of our links on our linktree/Dunsparce, to see all sorts of social media, things that we're getting up to that you can check out. I think it's time to start talking about Patreon stretch goals. We are overwhelmed with all the support that we've gotten, and we'd like to reward you all. So, at this moment, we have 31 patrons. Our agreement is that when we reach 50 patrons, I will be running a one-shot campaign from the perspective of Team NRG, exclusive to Patreon supporters. If that sounds interesting to you and you haven't joined the Patreon yet, I think I speak for all of the other patrons as well as the players that would be a really fun thing for us to do. Only $5 a month, and you can help make this show happen. As always, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Dog, if we had like
sponsorships
like that, like I would definitely like be squeezing that shit in the middle of sessions.
Definitely, man. I would definitely make entire bits for ad reads.
Oh,
For
yeah,
sure.
no. We'd be in like the middle of a fight. I'd be like, did you know that surfing the web is the most dangerous it's ever been? With NordVPN.
Oh,
So what does Shit do next? Well, I don't know yet, but I do know that you can get some fresh meals delivered right to your door with HelloFresh.
Schmidt, you look scared. What's going on? Did you know that by 35, all men experience some kind of balding?
True.
With Keeps.
That's so in character for Schmidt to say.
Not me, because I use Keeps.